What's up everybody, it's ArkyBooms, and today we are having a look at the Windwalker Monk PVE guide. Now one of the first things you need to know about being a Windwalker Monk is you are a DPS, and that means you have a selection of weapons which you can choose to use at your disposal. The first thing is you can go two-hander or dual wield. Dual wield is better in multiple scenarios, but in the end it's the better weapon that will help you, and I will go over both stats for both sets. Now, if you look here, you have a passive ability called Way of the Monk. If you look at it, it says dual-wield one-handed weapons. Auto-attack damage increased by 40%. With two-handed weapons, it increases your attack speed by 40%. So what you get from this is that haste is not as important for two-hander as much as it would be for dual-wield. Now, right now I am two-hander because I got the better two-hander than the dual-wield. For dual-wield, your stat priority is haste, crit, mastery. For two-hander, it is mastery, crit, haste. Now this is important for two-hand because you won't regenerate energy as fast, but your mastery procs will allow you to use more tiger palms and blackout kicks. For gems, basically our best stat as a Windwalker Monk is agility. If it's a red gem, you put agility. If you are two-hand, if it's a yellow socket, you want agility mastery. If you're dual-wield, you want agility haste. For your blue sockets, you want to try to get hit cap and expertise cap. Typically blue gems, those would be the ones you'd want to mix in with some expertise instead of hit, because hit cap's not as hard for a monk unless you're dual-wield. Now, I'm not necessarily capped for the raid target dummy because I am a PvPer like everybody knows. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to throw on a second trinket. Where are they at? Let's see. You know what, we'll just throw on, where's my iron thing? This guy. Bam. Okay. Now, the rotation for a Windwalker Monk is somewhat of a priority base, but at the same time keeping a rotation. Your number one priority should be keeping 3 stacks of Tiger Strikes. You can track this with an add-on such as Tell Me When or anything, but you want to keep your Tiger Strikes up to 3. It'll increase your armor pen and it will help you crap tons. Another thing is using that same add-on, you want to track your Tiger Eye Brew. You want to try to use your Tiger Eye Brew at 10. 8 plus, if the fight's going to end like before you can get to the 10, you'd use it at 8. Other than that, don't worry about it. But once that gets to 10, you're going to pop your Tiger Eye Brew, any unused trinkets, and then usually pop Zune. Because for your talents, we are going to go over those right now. For your talents, you want to use Tiger's Lust. This is the movement tree. So you can choose whatever you prefer here. I like Tiger's Lust because I like having sprint on demand to get out of areas. For your level 30 talents, I chose Chi Wave, just out of preference. 45 talents. Now this one is where a lot of people like to differ. Ascension is out of the question. Having 1 chi does not necessarily help you increase your DPS, and that is why it's out of the book. Power Strikes, basically what happens is when you use it, instead of generating 2 chi, your jab will generate 3 on a 20-second internal cooldown. And if you exceed the maximum number of chi, it will put a chi sphere on the ground, which will allow you to grab another chi. When I was leveling, I used Power Strikes. At level 90, however, I like Chi Brew, the 1.5 minute cooldown, burst on demand. It allows me to not only pop out like my Tiger Eye Brew and Zoom, but it immediately gives me enough chi to make sure that Tiger Eye won't come off. Tiger Eye is going to come off and I'm energy starved. I'll Chi Brew to get that Tiger Strike out because of the importance, then right after that it allows you to use a Fist of Fury. For your level 60, Deadly Reach is viable for heroics. At the same time, so is Leg Sweep. Whereas Deadly Reach is sort of a repentance on one thing. A lot of classes have a lot of range CC right now. Whereas Leg Sweep, it's a 45-second knockdown which stops all enemies from doing all damage to any tank for 5 seconds. That saves asses of so many people. For your 75 talents, you can go through all of them and see which one you enjoy, because this one is very much a fight-based talent set. For fights where you get a debuff, you can use Diffuse Magic to help increase your DPS and save the healer some. You can also use it just purely for the 90% damage reduction. For Dampen Harm, let's say there's a boss who does a cleave, or you have to take a major hit, Dampen Harm might be the one for you. If it's just a very long-term fight, I would recommend Healing Elixirs, just because over time Healing Elixirs is better. For your 90s, you're always going to want to keep Tombs of the Clear Mind because of this talent tree. When you're clearing trash, your best bet's actually rushing Jade Wind, because it increases the damage of your spinning crane kick and increases your DPS. For single target, once you get to that boss though, you want Zune. Zune is a very nice DPS increase, and you want to use him after you pop all your cooldowns because he does take like a snapshot of all your stats, and that's what determines his DPS. Now we're going to go over to your glyphs. For your glyphs, I'm set up for PvP, but I will show you how to set it up for PvE. For PvE, you're going to want to have a few talents different and a few talents close. Well, a few glyphs. For these glyphs, the major glyphs, there's none necessarily that I find that are huge DPS increases other than spinning crank kick for not slowing you. Possibly the Fist of Fury one for the parry increase in case something gets on you. But other than that, I just like having Touch of Karma in case anything gets on me, etc., etc. For the minor glyphs, the only one here that is a pure DPS increase is the Blackout Kick. Now, the way Blackout Kick works, I'm not sure if you guys, well, you guys probably have already read it, but if you Blackout Kick in front of a target, I'll show you. Well, I can't because I have the glyph. But hold up, I'll swap the glyph out and I'll show you. If you Blackout Kick the front of a target, it heals you, 13k heal. Whereas if you Blackout Kick behind a target, it puts a dot on the target. Increase that does 20% of the damage over a period of time. Now, if you swap this out for Glyph of Blackout Kick, it doesn't matter your position, you'll always put the dot, which is a DPS increase. Now we're going to go over the rotation for the Windwalker Monk. This is, like I said, much more of a priority-based system. But basically what you're going to want to do is you're always going to want to keep 3 stacks of Tiger Palm, aka Tiger Strikes. You want that on because that'll increase your armor pen, increase your damage, and a lot of your damage comes from melee, whether you're dual wield or two-hand. After that, when you have... Well, I'm going to go over the priority. The priority is Tiger Palm. You want to keep your 3 stacks. If you have 3 stacks up, then it goes to Rising Sun Kick. And then after Rising Sun Kick goes Fist of Fury. If Fist of Fury is on cooldown, Rising Sun Kick's on cooldown, and Tiger Palm's good, you're going to use Blackout Kick. Now this is actually one of the easiest rotations I've ever had to learn. And then once you get your 9 stacks of Tiger Brew, you pop Tiger Brew, Zune, and your DPS skyrockets. Now what we're going to do is we're actually going to do it on the target dummy, quick step by step to show you some of the damage that Windwalker Monks are capable of in a PvP environment. And we're going to go ahead and get started. Go ahead and throw out our Tiger. Now we're going to get this. I'm going to pop my Brew, get some Fist of Fury in. And now right now we're pulling roughly 47k DPS. As you see, we're just keeping everything on cooldown, and with two-hand you'll notice that your mastery procs quite often. Now I don't like to use Chi on a Tiger stack until it gets to roughly 10 seconds. Now we're going to pop our little energizing Brew, that way we can get some energy regeneration going. And as you see, we're pulling 40k DPS solid. We're not really doing anything major. And we're just waiting to get our Tiger Brew up, that way we can actually start our Windwalker Burst. So we're just doing our rotation system. You can see that Fist of Fury came off cooldown, so we're going to pull some Chi to get it. Just keep everything going. I mean, it's very simple rotation. Okay, now we're about to get 10 Chi, or 10 Tiger Brew. We're going to stack Chi, and we're going to do a Rising Sun Kick, Chi Brew, Zune, and then we're going to start bursting. Now we're going to pool a little bit of energy and a little bit of Chi, that way we can get in the Fist of Fury. We'll start it off we'll stop this actually right about now. Around 40k DPS, solid sustain for a two-hand monk. Dual wield I'd probably be at around 2 to 3k higher, but I prefer two-hand personally, it's just preference. And I do hope this guide has helped you guys, and I look forward to hearing back from you guys. Thank you very much.